from branches or gallop across the savanna, but plants do move and they do behave. And one of the ways they behave is through growth. But does all of this growth really constitute? See how they do it, climbing upward and tracking the sun as it wheels across the sky. But plants don't just need light to thrive. They also need nutrients, food that lies in a hidden world that's just below our feet. As much as 80% of a plant's total mass lives below the ground, in a secret world scientists once called the black box. But with the aid of new technology, we're now exploring that world and discovering that when it comes to finding food, plant roots are a lot more animal-like than we ever imagined.
To perceive themselves, everything goes wrong.
So if plants are basing their behavior on signals they receive from their environment, is it possible that they're also interacting with each other? In other words, could plants have a secret social life? And struck up a conversation with a daytime pollinator, the hummingbird.
The eggs that hummingbirds lay don't hatch into caterpillars. They hatch into little baby hummingbirds, which don't eat plants. So by switching its pollinator, it avoids a whole group of herbivores that it would normally get.
No one knows for sure why the plant doesn't permanently switch pollinators, but the switch can happen in less than... And it has just 72 hours to find that host, or it dies. Its tiny teeth-like probes pierce the stem and grow into its victim, draining it of its life-giving. Simard has demonstrated that vast underground fungal networks link the Douglas firs together into a kind of resource-sharing community.
We found that the big old Douglas fir.
One problem: this plant's enemies are as plentiful as desert sunlight. But it turns out that the wild tobacco has a secret chemical weapon to deploy. As soon as an herbivore attacks, it ramps up a toxin. In fact, the hornworm caterpillar can mow down a tobacco plant in a matter of days. But this cunning little plant has a few more defensive tricks up. Within a matter of hours, this insect has responded to the plant's call for help. It's called the big-eyed bug, a pint-sized predator that devours eggs and larvae alike. In fact, it's even been known to take a bite out of a full-size caterpillar. For hours, it circles the air like a snake, as if sniffing out its victims. And 9 times out of 10, its preferred victim is the juicy tomato, a tender plant that's easier to attach to.
You really get the sense